I don't think Charlie was ever in Nam. Oh yeah, the live chat goes. I think once
I mean,
30 minutes.
unlike Delco thought me being Asian
Asian.
today.
Well, to be fair, it's an easy enough mix up, you know. So, but yeah, I think the live chat opens up like 30 minutes before the show starts.
Oh, I meant the instant chat we're in.
Oh, gotcha. Well, cool. Well, we're live. So, what's up, everybody? Already know what it is. Nooner Nation podcast for Nooners by Nooners. And yeah, last show before Christmas. Or from what I learned
Don't
today.
give a fuck about Christmas.
From what I learned today, I guess Hanukkah starts on the same day as Christmas this year. So happy Hanukkah.
Who gives a fuck about Hanukkah?
Who gives a fuck about Christmas?
I don't give a fuck about Christmas. So, anyways, we're here. Charlie's got
Sorry, I just found out Mick Foley, one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite wrestler, is going to be in Midland.
Oh
March.
God!
Scared the fuck out of me, Charlie.
The shit out of me, Charlie.
That's your fault for thinking he was dead.
Well, we're getting close to Christmas.
I would have lost
this is what it happens.
No. He's going to be near me.
Are you gonna go see Mick Foley?
I fucking might. I guess I have a Comic-Con there.
Okay.
Yeah, the Permian Basin Comic-Con. I might.
You should. I might have to come down to see Mick
it's
Foley.
Only awesome. It's an hour and 45 minutes away.
And it's Mick Foley. What is he? So he was Cactus Jack, Mankind, and Dude Love. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mankind was my favorite with Sacco.
Yes. And I've seen so many things that are like, if you're losing faith in Mankind, at least you have Cactus Jack and Dude Love.
Right. No, I remember like when me and my older brother were in our WWF phase, because it was WWF at the time, was when like Mankind was big. And I remember like me and my brother always taking our socks off and doing Sacco to each other.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, I loved it too until my brother got too aggressive and stuffed it like so far in my mouth it split my lip open. I was like,
hey man, that's just
speaking of that
character.
Charlie's just on a tour to meet all the old wrestlers this year.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude! I met Hulk Hogan a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are you gonna fucking address that? Like I wasn't here last week.
We did it on the last show.
I did address it last week, you bitch.
She's drinking his beer right now.
I'm drinking his beer.
I couldn't watch. I was on fucking set with a balloon.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was a whole week in between there, and it was an hour. Actually, that was like the first 20 minutes. I'm sorry you didn't have 20 minutes to spare for me and Bill.
To be fair, Charlie, I'm surprised you're drinking that beer after the horrendous
hiccups.
You. Charlie got the most horrendous hiccups in like the last 20 minutes of the show last time because of the all-American beer.
I did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's choking on that sweet air of freedom.
And then
I don't remember.
I'm trying to think of what Reddit post we read that made you like, you were hysterically laughing and hiccuping at the same time to where the point like your mascara was running. I really need to have somebody do our clips. If anybody listening or watching the live chat like has free time and is good at social media, like DM me. I don't have time to do clips. I know we need to. Like to grow the show. I just don't have the fucking time to do it. And also, to be perfectly fair, the second the show's over, I won't say the second, but the show gets over, I go upstairs, I hang out with my wife for a bit, I fall asleep. By the time I wake up the next morning, I've forgotten pretty much everything I've said on the show.
I mean, I was going to say, as soon as the camera turns off, I forget that I even... podcast.
I'm like, okay.
Honestly, I hate. Okay, I actually feel a lot better now that y'all have said that because I'm the same way. There's so many things that we've talked about and like things that you've read and like I would laugh so hard at them and then the cameras go off and I'm like I don't fucking remember shit because I'll get asked like, oh, what was the funniest thing? Like what happened?
I know my wife will be like, oh, like what was the funniest thing? I'm like, shit, let me go back through it.
Right? Like, I actually can't remember.
What do we
Speaking
even?
of funniest things we've said, there was a skit on Instagram that popped up of a nurse with a girl who had a STD in a
Colostomy
what's it
hole?
called? Ostomy bag.
Yeah, doing the old Philly sidecar.
Yeah. That was a
So,
story I heard at the hospital.
yeah, it's one of our best rated shows, by the way, the Philly sidecar.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard that wasn't even the worst story that I heard, but we're not going to talk about that because it's too fucking sad.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Someone slipped on
Elijah,
the
if you want to
shampoo
look into it, go for it, man. I'll pay you in t-shirts or something, man. Like, because the show doesn't make any money, but I can pay you in t-shirts if you can, like, post clips from the episodes. So, but yeah, so Christmas is coming up. You guys have any plans?
Family time.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go watch Nosferatu. That shit looks fucking
I think it comes out
bomb.
like on Christmas Day, doesn't it?
Yes. Something about like that's the only time it said like only on Christmas Day or some shit. I don't know if that's actually true. I haven't looked into it,
That would be
but
Is it
weird.
gonna go straight to streaming after Christmas? Maybe
I don't maybe.
I don't know.
because I know Peacock has been doing the thing where they get movies like a few weeks after they're out now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this week I watched Red One with my boys for free.
I was gonna say I watched that one. It's pretty fucking good.
It's good. I was surprised. I
It
mean,
just looks absolutely ridiculous to me.
oh, I mean,
It
it's not.
is.
Let me tell you, it's not like an Oscar-winning movie. You have to watch it like in the eyes of a
to be,
child.
like I watch Hallmark movies, I get it, but it seems very much like
It's
too
fun.
much for kids, sort of.
You know,
No,
we're
it's
anti-Hallmark movie right now.
It's a lot of fun, Charlie. Red One is a lot of fun. So like, definitely watch it. If you have kids, watch it with them too. But they do a lot about like Krampus and stuff, and a lot of like the old
Really?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Krampus is like a huge part of the movie.
he's a badass too.
And
I might watch that.
he's
after
played
this
by that
conversation.
red-haired guy who played the wildling in Game of Thrones, who is all into the big woman.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. I love him.
Yeah, so you can't tell by looking. I had to look it up to see who he is, but like, because he's so like Krampus maked up. But
Okay, I just looked up Nosferatu. It is in theaters after
yeah,
Christmas.
I can't imagine. That's a big budget movie. I can't imagine only showing it in
Like
theaters
they
one
kept
day.
saying like only on Christmas, and I'm like, what the fuck does
Yeah.
that mean? Like, is that the only
Yeah.
runtime they're having for it?
One of the best Christmases I ever had. I was probably like 20. I think I was 21, and my wife flew out to see her family. This is when we still lived in North Carolina, but her family lived out here in Iowa at the time. She flew out here to see them for Christmas. My mom or my parents went to Indiana to see her, like my mom's side of the family for Christmas. But I had to work like on the 27th, so I stayed home for Christmas by myself. And the statutes of limitations got to be up for this. So I bought a ticket to go see. Fuck, I can't even remember what movie it was, but it was like there was a bunch of good movies going on for Christmas. So I bought a ticket to see one of them, and I just like got out of that one and just walked straight into the theater for the next one. And then
Dude, my mom loves doing like she loved
I
doing
watched.
that with me as a
I
kid.
literally just spent Christmas Day by myself, like just watching movies, like in the movie theater. It was rad. And I like went home and played Xbox by myself like all day. It was great.
That I mean, it's really weird, but apparently, like Christmas is a huge theater day.
Well, you know why? Because
Like,
not
people
everybody
just go and
celebrates
watch movies.
Christmas, and there's nobody
Right?
else. There's nobody else open.
Well, even on Thanksgiving, there's so many movies that opens on Thanksgiving
Mhm.
too. So it's like it's a big fucking and then people actually might just go to the movies for Christmas too
Oh yeah, I can see
to get out
that.
of the house and like just have something to do.
Like if
Okay,
My tradition used to be, we'd go to a movie on Christmas Day. Like,
yeah.
we'd go do the thing
Mhm.
with family,
Yeah.
and then we'd go to a movie.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I can see like me now having kids, Like the kids wake up super early. So like we're done with presents by like 9 at the
Yeah. So what the fuck
latest.
are you gonna do all day?
But then like we don't do Christmas with like the in-laws until like dinner time. So it's like, oh, either we
Mhm.
sit here in the house, like watching the kids go fucking nuts all day, or like why don't we just go see a fucking movie, just pass the time,
Right.
and then go to the in-laws. Makes sense.
Okay. So Jake, you said we're boycotting Hallmark. Why? Is there like a legit reason for that, or you just don't like them?
I'll say off camera because
Mm,
yeah,
it's personal.
something that happened last week. But yeah,
Okay.
Oh snap. Okay,
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
Never mind.
I
Nothing
did
is wrong
see
with Hallmark movies. Everything is perfectly fine.
so I did see right before I came down to start this up. I know like Hallmark has like a Kansas City Chiefs based movie.
I was gonna say, have you guys seen the articles going around about the Hallmark balloon movie? And that's kind of involved with what I'm.
Oh, okay.
No.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I don't have the Hallmark channel. I just have like Netflix and like all the streaming stuff. So I don't
Mhm.
know if those are technically Hallmark or if I'm assuming they some of them have like premiered on there. I don't
Mhm.
know. So I will put that out there. Like most of the ones I watch are on Netflix. Like the newest one with Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, my
Actually,
wife said that one's awesome. So,
it was actually really fun to watch. It wasn't too cringy or like anything like that or like too corny. Like, of course, you always know like exactly what's gonna fucking
and Lohan
happen.
looks great now, So,
Oh,
Yeah.
Lohan's fucking hot.
Well, she always has been, but like the paparazzi loved getting the horrible pictures of her because they made so much money
hmm
because of that. And then she went to fucking Greece for a while and bounced the fuck out. Got married, had a kid, and now she's like, I need money.
yeah. But what I was gonna say is, so Hallmark did the Kansas City Chiefs based movie, and it did really well. I haven't
The one
seen
with
it.
Taylor Swift and
No, no, no,
Travis
no.
Kelce?
No, they're
Mama
not in it.
Kelsey.
It's with Mama Kelsey. But I just saw a preview. The first time my wife watches Hallmark this entire season. This is the first time I've seen this trailer, and they do it without saying it because they probably can't because of rights and stuff. But there's this new movie they're coming out with on Christmas Day, and it is literally the story of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Where
I
like
thought it was already out
I
because
don't
I've seen people reviewing it.
maybe
Yeah, no, I thought it was already on Peacock.
Yeah, I've watched reviews about it, and people are like, "What the fuck is this?"
okay, maybe. I don't know. I just saw that this is the first time I've ever seen the trailer, but they didn't say Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. It's like they have different names, but it's like
Esque. It's
it's like
very esque, but
yeah,
you
it's like
know
famous football
exactly.
player takes his niece to super famous pop star's concert, and the niece is like, "You should like reach out to her," and he's like, "Oh, she'll never hit me back," and then the famous pop
Oh,
star's like, "Oh, I'll
okay,
hit you back." And then it's like
okay.
it's very obviously like the
Did you see what
Taylor
I said
Swift.
or what?
I didn't see that. No.
Going back to the beginning of the show, I'm looking at the calendar right now. The 26th is the first day of Hanukkah and Kwanzaa.
Oh, you're right. Delco lied to me
Goku was
today.
wrong.
Yeah.
Just like how he was wrong about me being Kurt
Chinese.
Cobain's shotgun.
I mean, let's be real. He's from Delco.
Yeah.
Like,
So I
let's
will.
give him a blank world
Speaking
map
of
and
that,
ask him to
though,
point a
Charlie,
country.
I will give a shout out to our man Kurt Cobain's shotgun because he did a drinking bro of the week. Did you
You
hear
think
that?
that
Did you
was
hear?
him? That wasn't him that put
Oh
that.
fuck!
You don't think
Oh
so?
fuck!
Was it
No,
not
that
him?
wasn't him.
Oh,
They actually
man.
read it.
That was fucking Jonathan.
Oh, come on. I was so proud of my boy. I'm still proud of
No, that
Jonathan
was
for
not
doing that.
him.
But
And I kept telling him, like, dude, good luck. You like fucking give yourself a paper cut and put some fucking salt in or some lemon juice in that. Actually spray some in your eye if you think they're actually gonna read that shit for Drinking Bro of the Week, because I've known so many people who have submitted and they can't read it or they don't ever read them because I'm like, I'm sure they get a ton of submissions. Lo and behold, I was wrong, and I was like, you know what?
hey,
Me being pessimistic is a reason why it happened. So you
Hey,
are
you
wrong.
know, sometimes one sneaks through. I did the Blippy one a couple years ago. That was pretty awesome.
Oh, really?
You know, you never heard
Oh
that
yeah, you
one?
fucking got Ross with that one.
Well, he never finished reading it. He read like half of it.
And then he was like, fuck you.
The second half of it got like super dark, and he never read it. That's why I keep telling him like, finish the Blippy nom, damn it. But yeah, because like Blippy was like in the Air Force,
Yeah.
so I did this whole
Oh,
thing about like his real name and stuff, and I was like, he's since leaving the Air Force, he's found his true calling, helping America's kids by donning on his signature cap and suspenders and becoming Blippy. And Ross was like, God damn it, Bill.
that's hilarious. But no, that was not KCS that did that. It was supposed to be Womb, and then Womb was like, fuck off. You
Well,
write it.
Jonathan in the
and
chat
walk
right
it.
now said clarify to Bill that it was a real event. So did it really happen?
It may or may not have happened.
Yeah.
As much as I don't have time for this chat you guys are all in, I kind of want to be in it now.
You were, and then you immediately left.
I don't
Yeah.
have time.
You British word for a bundle of
I mean,
sticks.
when you're bored at work, you can read back. It's pretty entertaining. But
I can't. I feel obligated to respond to everything.
No, just it's good toilet reads and it's good fucking bored at work reads.
yeah, dude, you fucking nailed it. It's great toilet reads. I mean, you can respond to shit, but it's mostly just reading other people's conversations, which is fucking hilarious.
Oh,
That's what I did this morning.
I just had an idea. Drinking Bros just launched their app, right? I get on it and off it. It's a little, again, it's just like Maine. It's a little too much for me. But our weekly questions we could put up on the wall.
On their app? That's a fucking great idea. I'm not on the app, by the way, and I don't plan on.
I download it, I look for the nudes, and then I delete it.
There's a lot of weird nudes on there.
There are a lot of weird nudes. But, oh yeah, we should use that. Instead of Reddit or Instagram, I should just use their shit.
No, dude, for fucking real. I never thought about that, man. Or
I just had the idea. I
would
threw
have done that on their main account on fucking Facebook.
I threw in a new Zen pack, and it came to me. So,
hey,
the wall posts on the app get lost after 12 hours. Okay, well, I mean, to be fair, like on the stories, it's like what, 24 hours?
24.
And you usually post them.
I would just have to post it on
noonish.
like first thing Thursday morning, and just keep track, like screenshot it, so
Yeah.
I have them.
We don't need it on there we don't really need them on there for longer than 12 hours,
And
honestly.
nor should they be on there for more than 12 hours,
And then, like, depending on how many questions we do get, we're not going to be able to get through them all.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we do, part twos sort of thing. So I don't think that's a horrible.
Jonathan, I know that they don't get brought to the top due to activity, but if I make the post, I will get the alerts. So I can just...
You know what, Jonathan? The cream rises to the top.
Cream rises.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, I can't do it, Macho Man.
I could do it. I used to be able to do it all the time. Now, like, just be going, oh, yeah. My throat hurts.
You fucking blow out your anus at the same time.
No, it's my throat.
Bill just fucking rockets out of his chair with shit.
Oh, yeah. I can't feel my asshole right
Bleeding
now,
from
but the
both
cream
ends, the fucking
rises to
throat
the
and
top.
the anus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Womb, I got a good Reddit for you. Tard wrangling.
Oh, God. By the way, Womb, I looked at your suggestion for incest confessions to read on
Alex,
this
you're a
show.
sweetheart. Thank you. Sorry. He said something very sweet in the chat, and I wanted to say it on here.
Oh, he said so.
Aw.
So our boy Alex Chichoff said, "Oh, it's moving too fast now. I lost it."
Dude, he looked in that fucking white coat last night.
Dude, Chichoff can get
Wow,
it.
fucking James Bond over here.
Yeah, Chichoff
looks
said, "Every one of
incredible.
you are my DB of the week and year." Thank you, Cheech. You know,
Very so.
you tag me all the time in your shot trains. I wish I could do it. We'll do
Yeah.
it for if we do the fuck it, let's go live next weekend. We'll all just do a shot train for you, and you got to keep up with all of us.
Yeah, I got to figure out that.
I'm trying. I'm putting feelers out right now with people to see kind of because I know like everybody's going to be traveling for the holidays. I kind of hope it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. But you know. But anyways, let's get to our theme of the week. Since it's Christmas, I googled most fucked up Christmas stories on Reddit.
Yes.
So I haven't. I'm going to click on the very first link on Google that takes me to Reddit, which is literally says, "What is your most fucked up NSFW Christmas story?" I haven't read any of these yet, so we'll react together.
I mean, I got one real quick.
Oh, go for it.
My aunt pushed me down the stairs to get to my uncle's 21-year-old Marine buddy because she was fucking hammered and really wanted to get at this young guy.
Well, you shouldn't have been in the fucking way.
Yeah, get out of the way, Jake. Goddamn.
That's your fault.
Kind of explains a lot too, though. So, all right, first one up. A coworker at last year's Christmas party was telling all our other coworkers they're weak and couldn't handle drinks. She proceeded to get way too drunk and take all her clothes off. She told our boss to suck her titties, bent over and showed us her asshole, and told coworkers she didn't like to kiss it. We had to call an ambulance to come take her to the hospital. She quit a week later.
I want to party with her.
Hell yeah, lady. Fucking go with that bang. Butthole pick.
You. Oh.
Somebody commented.
Kiss it.
Somebody commented. She waited a week to quit. It must have been because it took her that long to regain consciousness.
Right. Like everyone just started giving her the stink eye. But seriously, that sounds exactly like Meredith from The Office.
Yeah. Somebody also commented, did your boss suck her titties though?
No, did it happen?
So I will say this
Why
reminds.
did it take a week? She probably needed to look for new jobs and shit like that.
This does remind me of the company I worked for before I left North Carolina. The last place I worked with. We had a big company Christmas party, and they had it was an open bar, or no, it wasn't an open bar. When you got there, you got like 6 drink tickets, but in the middle of the restaurant we were at, they had a bourbon and lemonade fountain. And a mechanical bull.
That sounds like a challenge.
At the end of the night, the head of HR, who was a woman, was topless on the mechanical bull, making out with another coworker who was a female, who was also topless. A couple coworkers that were married but not to each other were like making out all over the place. And the owner of the company drunkenly on a microphone professed his undying love for the head of marketing. They were both married at the time to other people.
Oh no. Okay, these are going off.
I mean, when I worked in the cannabis industry, me and 3 other coworkers were the reason why alcohol was no longer served at company events.
Oh,
Hey,
so how did that go afterwards?
Everyone thought it was funny because, we all saw someone's...
No, your story. Hit the Bill story.
So not soon afterwards, both of the the head of marketing and the owner of the company were soon divorced, and then the two of them moved in together, and she became vice president of the company. And this was all within
so it
like
worked out for her.
no, well, this all worked. This all happened in the course of maybe 2 months. It was all fast, and
Get it,
then
girl.
and
Girl
then
boss.
and then the company tanked, and we all got laid off. That's why I'm in Iowa now. So
Wow.
all because of that Christmas party.
Do you think the Christmas party was the catalyst, or do you think like that was something that was in the works?
I think it probably sped up the process. For sure. All right, next one. Okay. All right. My cousins, to emphasize that, were boning in an upstairs bedroom, and I was sent to go bring them down for present time. I was 13-ish and opened the door, and bam, cousin loving, and there was like a case and a half of empty beer bottles scattered around the room. I went downstairs and told everyone that I didn't want, or that they didn't want to come downstairs. One of their moms went up there, and then there was a lot of yelling and screaming. When they came back downstairs, everyone acted like nothing had happened. Good time. The very first comment. Roll Tide.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Ooh.
Wish you a
Oh
Merry
my
Christmas.
gosh. Fucking yikes, dude.
Another response. Wait, were they cousins of each other's too? A response to that. A hyphen or star symbol, whatever. Alabama has entered the chat.
Oof. That's uncomfortable. Oof. Fucking yikes. I mean, at least in that movie they weren't fucking their cousins though. They fucked.
Well, they're
Those
fucking
guys.
people on their property. You know, you got to establish dominance.
Oh, that's some fucking English royalty type shit right there. Like you're not royal
Cousins?
enough to be doing this.
Yeah, no. Like so,
At least it
my
wasn't a funeral that brought that relationship together.
I grew up in North Carolina,
You don't know.
and
It
that was like a big
Fuck, Charlie.
So I grew up in like the mountains of North Carolina, and that was like a big problem with a lot of friends that I knew that like family was all I wasn't like my family wasn't from there, like they moved there. But I knew a lot of friends that like before they started dating somebody, like in high school, like they would have to like go ask their parents like, are they related to us somehow?
Mm-hmm.
My best friend, his mom and dad were like, it was like something like super inconsequential. They were like fifth cousins or something.
That's the law here in New Mexico.
Like they were like somehow related, but so far down the line, like it doesn't matter kind of thing. But when he gets really drunk, he gets a lazy eye. But to this day,
that happens to some people
I know.
like me and my sister.
I know, but he gets his lazy eye. I was like, bro, because your mom fucked her cousin. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Like the eyeball doesn't go, but it's like the eyelid kind of droops.
Oh no, he gets.
Wasn't
he
that like
definitely
one 3-hour show that we did where you were like that?
Oh, probably. We'll probably be like that if we do this show on the 20th, which I'm planning on. It's gonna be like It's gonna be like a Rogan-esque episode with a bunch of nooners. We're all just gonna like drink and shoot the shit. So somebody's gonna black out. Isn't it? No, not the 20th. Sorry, the 28th.
I was like, the 20th is tomorrow.
I know. Sorry, I've got my podcast schedule and my work schedule mixed up in my head.
On Saturday?
Yeah. I think it'd be easier on Saturday, right? We can start a little earlier.
I'll see if I can swing that.
Yeah, again, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like I'm not promising anything, but
It might work.
all right. So,
Just gotta figure some shit out first though.
gotta get your dick appointments in line, you know?
No, it's actually not that. That's second. The first thing is like my sister and her husband are coming down and they haven't come down in over a year.
Bring them on the
And they're supposed
show.
to, they're nope, but they're going to Snyder. They'll be there the 28th through the 30th, but I'm like they could
I'm
be
all for
there.
that.
They could be there late as fuck on the 28th and they could spend time with like his family that day, so I might not even see them if I'm there.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So,
we'll see.
anyways, next one. One of my coworkers and her husband won a decent amount on the lottery right before Christmas and bought a new house with a big dining room and filled it with nice furniture. He went out on Christmas Eve drinking with his buddies. She'd seen a movie where the woman gets naked except for a bow and lays on the dining room table with an "eat me" sign or something similar. Decided to replicate. Obviously, him and his friends get absolutely, oh, this must be an English guy or something, or Australian. He and his friends get absolutely bungalowed, like properly smashed. He naturally invites them back to his new swanky pad for an after party, and she greets them with legs akimboed spread out on the table. He threw them all out. She lost the mood. He wanted to carry on, went down on her, and then she realized she could hear them all cheering him on through the letterbox. Fun times.
Huh. Alrighty then. Did someone film it through the letterbox though?
This is where communication is the key in relationships, you know?
This is why I don't have letterboxes.
Mm-hmm.
Have them
It's
help.
like, oi, Pucker, you cunt.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing by the wording this was Australian. But who knows? Could be British as well. What kind of big nice house has a
What's the
fucking
difference?
letterbox? All right. After a work party, when my coworker's wife spread herself open from behind and pressed up against the glass sliding door and banged on it as we sat on the balcony. He promptly gathered her up and we left.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be slightly embarrassing. My grandmother died over Christmas a few years ago. She slipped into a coma on December 24th and died on the 27th. So, shitty Christmas for all of us. I was supposed to work the 24th and the 26th to the 29th, but obviously took that time off. The manager on duty was very understanding and marked the entire time off as bereavement leave. Funeral was on December 31st. I was back at work the 2nd of January. My regular manager shows up the same day and demands to know why I called out so many days over Christmas and how unprofessional that was. Assuming he just hadn't heard, I let him know we had a death in the family. In quotes. Oh, well, you could have planned that better. End quote. No condolences. No hope your family is okay. Just, you could have planned that better. What a piece of shit. Again, communication. Is one manager not explaining this to another?
Let's move on to a fun one.
Yeah.
I like the fun, messy ones, not the sad ones.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yes. Don't make me fucking feel something.
Mom got too drunk on Christmas Eve and passed out, refusing to wrap the presents because she declared, Chris in all caps, Christmas is over. So my brother and I
Who
stayed
waits
up.
till fucking Christmas Eve to wrap presents? Number one.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, Bill, but fucking seriously, who waits until the fucking literal last minute to wrap? Christmas is over. Sorry.
So my brother and I stayed up all night wrapping our little sister's presents and placing them under the tree. Didn't even get a thank you. My mom just chain smoked while we put the whole show on for our sister.
She's fucking done.
Yeah.
I wish did he not add like the fucking ages they were?
No, there's no in that.
Because if they were like fucking 10 and like 11, like that's one thing. But it's like if they were like this little sister is 15 and they were like 18 and 20, you know, that makes it different. She's like fucking done at that
Yeah,
point.
done.
But if they were like young as shit, it's like, oh, I'm telling myself they were old.
Yeah,
That
I don't
makes it
know.
funnier.
Who knows?
I love
Christmas
when
is
moms
over.
flip out like that.
Right. This one's kind of long.
Reminds me of the year my mom flipped out and killed the F word because we were saying it too much on Christmas.
Yeah, that wasn't allowed at my grandmother's house, but my dad did. I guess he spent so much money at the wrecking yard getting parts for trucks and shit that they literally gifted him a box set of Crown Royal.
Mm.
So we took it to the family Christmas, and all the guys were taking shots of it. And I was 13. Yeah, I was 13. First time I ever took a shot. Because they were all outside, because it doesn't always get cold here. And it was probably like in the 60s that day, because I don't remember wearing a jacket. Walked up to them and all taking shots. And I was like, well, can I have one? They all looked at me. My dad poured me one. Like I said, I was 13. My mom and dad were both there, and they were like, okay. And I'm like, okay, Charlie, first shot in front of your family, in front of like all your uncles, god cousins, and all that shit. You can't be a fucking bitch here. All right? Shot that shit back, didn't make a fucking face, and I was like, all right. And they were like, oh shit! Like, she made me feel like a little girl. Because I was like, yeah, fuck you. Fuck yeah, I can do this.
Yeah, because a little girl made them rethink their shot face.
Well, that's the thing. Like, now looking back at it, I was like, I was fucking 13 doing that shit. Holy fucking balls. But,
Wombs.
like, once again, like, I had something to fucking prove.
The fuck is Womb saying?
Womb says, usually by the time I'm done, I'm so drunk I write the wrong names on the wrong stuff. He also said Charlie's dad sounds like an absolute American stud.
Yes. I've talked to him about this. I wish they would have met each other. They would have got on so fucking well. But I remember my dad saying after I took that, like, where'd you learn that from?
From you, Dad?
Right. Well, not just that, it's like from fucking TV and movies. Like, you fucking shoot that shit back. That's all I've ever seen of like when you take a shot. Like, you don't just.
Damn.
I just picture like 13-year-old Charlie looking at her dad dead in the eyes. It's in the blood.
I should have. No, I just can't even remember what I said. I was like, what do you mean where'd I learn it? That's my first time. It's like, that's what you do with a shot. Like, you shoot it back.
I'm trying to think of the first real shot I ever did. Like in high school, what we would do was like, we'd have a bottle of Evan Williams and a gallon of orange juice. And you'd like pull from the bottle of Evan Williams and then immediately go to the orange juice. I'm trying to think of the first real shot I ever did.
I think one of the first real shots I did was a body shot off one of my friends when we were like 12 of Costco vodka.
I've heard Costco vodka is good though.
I've actually heard their shit's not that bad. So that same day, my dad got so fucking wasted on that crown, and my dad, he always had a beard and shit like that, so he was always Santa. Fucking wasted as shit, giving out the presents, like tossing them and throwing them. My grandmother was so fucking mad at him.
He's probably having the time of his fucking life too, huh?
I know, right? But like, he's like, uh-oh, mama's mad at me.
Just like, ho, ho, ho! Here's a fucking.
No, there was no like, no. There was no language like that. So we called her nanny. Like, no. There was no fucking language like that. But she was fucking pissed that he was that drunk on Christmas, and that never happened again.
Ruben asked, "Is Charlie's dad Billy Bob Thornton?"
My dad was way classier than Billy Bob Thornton.
Okay.
My dad was a man's man and had way
Billy
more
Bob
class.
Thornton is me in 30 years.
Probably. Even though I think Billy Bob Thornton's like 70 something now, so.
Cactus Jack. No, my dad was. He was calm. He was one of those like a calm man. Like he didn't get to fights. He didn't do that. Like he was a big dude, calm as fuck, like chill as fuck, but knew fucking everything about everything.
Jaron in the chat. Yeah, I think my first like true shot, like in a shot, like a full shot in a shot glass straight, it was probably Jaeger because up until then, we were just like pulling from a bottle, and that's not like when you're a teenager, early 20s maybe. Like you're not like when you're drinking from the bottle, you're not getting a full shot out of that, you know? But I do remember going to some house parties and somebody pouring out Jaeger into shot glasses. And that was probably my first one. Was Jaeger.
Frozen Jaeger, not bad.
Cold? It's gotta be cold. It's gotta be cold. It's just like Fireball. Warm Fireball is horrendous.
Warm Fireball ruined Fireball for me, and I can never drink it.
Really? Yeah, like you
I
gotta
think
go.
I've only had Fireball warm.
Oh, really? Oh, you gotta have it ice cold.
Yeah.
Ice cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Peanut butter whiskey is pretty fucking good cold too.
Oh yeah,
Which
like
one?
like the what do they call that? What's the peanut
The
butter
screwball?
whiskey?
Did you say
Screwball.
peanut
Yeah.
butter?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so when I go to Specs, I'll like they have all of their mini airplane ones like right before you check out.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Jack Daniel's cinnamon more than I do Fireball, and it also has a higher alcohol percentage. So I'll get that. Love the shit out of that. And then I'll get some of that Screwball. And I should have done that tonight, but I fucking didn't, so I had to take Jim Beam. And that hurt.
Oh. In the chat, Jessica, her first shot was Black Velvet.
What's Black Velvet?
Womb says, I like Black Velvet. I never knew Black Velvet until I moved to Iowa. Here, Black Velvet is Canadian whiskey, but it's like bottom shelf, and it's like what all the frat bros buy because you can get like a plastic handle of it for like $11.
Okay.
Like $11. It's fucking terrible.
It says right here $9.99.
Elijah, Kraken is evil.
I love Kraken.
Kraken
No, the
rum?
black one, it gets you fucked up.
Oh, well, that's on you.
Oh no, I've definitely blacked out on Kraken before.
I like Kraken
Yeah, no.
rum. I'm not a big rum guy, but I do like Kraken rum.
I love rum, and Kraken is fucking. Oh, that stuff.
I
fucks me
don't
up.
drink. I don't like do shots of it though. Like it was really good in Coke. Tastes like vanilla Coke, but I don't. I try to stay away from soft drinks now.
Yeah, I don't drink a lot of.
Right.
I've said it on the show. I drink maybe like one can of Dr. Pepper a month. So, anyways, on to the next one. At a Christmas dinner with a co-worker's family, we were pilots based in a small city, and one guy's parents lived there and invited us over. There were 4 of us from work, the guy's parents, and his grandmother. Everything was normal until about halfway through dinner when the grandma started talking about how my friend's mom and dad, sitting at the table with us, do anal all the time and asked them questions about it. The dad nearly died, and the mom's face was so strained to keep a smile that my face hurt. Another year, another year, my parents emailed me and said they won't be buying me or my they won't be buying me or my 3-year-old daughter presents anymore. That was a surprise. Not really the worst ever, but close. So that's 2. But imagine being at a coworker's family dinner and their grandma starts talking about how your coworker's parents do anal all the time.
I would start asking questions too.
I wouldn't ask questions. I'd be like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, like Jessica said, how does grandma know?
How does grandma
Was it on
know?
OnlyFans and grandma was subscribed? Like,
Yeah, how does grandma know?
I mean, I would go sit next to grandma and incriminate and like just fucking.
It's like
did
grandma.
grandma
Dirty
want to
then.
do
Hey,
anal? And
hey.
so, like, she just thought that was like
Yeah.
the best time to ask about
Hey,
it?
grandma, let's go talk in the corner. Let me wheel you over here. We'll talk.
Nah, just sit next to grandma and just look at the parents and be like, yeah. What homegirl said right here.
Mm-hmm.
What flavor lube you guys use?
To be fair, I have learned, like, don't get embarrassed. Don't act weird. Lean the fuck into
Oh, you gotta lean
shit
into
that
it.
makes
You gotta
you
lean
uncomfortable.
into it.
Lean the fuck into it and
Yeah.
just be like, oh, this and that and that and this. Like, da 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 da.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, you wanted to
Bring
bring
up that
this
you
up?
can fit 3 raccoons in a fucking human asshole?
Yeah.
okay, like, no, not that, but just be like, well, you have to train it. So, you usually have something for that. Like, legit
Astroglide
get into
is the best. I mean,
like it like well, like it's like medical information, like literally, like it's
I would
like,
go
oh, well,
medical.
if you have a hangover, it's really good to eat some food and drink your water, like literally it's something like that of like,
Make sure you're
oh,
hydrated before you do it.
right, like
Well, grandma,
some
there
people
are
clean
more
themselves out.
there are more sexual receptors in the female anus than there are in the vagina. Like, but you gotta have Astroglide. It's the best.
But
It
then you
doesn't
can
dry
like
up. It doesn't
switch
get
it and be
sticky.
like, oh, it's like way better for men actually because their G spot's up there. So
Yeah. Oh, I'd totally lean into it.
like you just fucking
Get
unless
grandma
you
going
have
on
very young
pegging.
kids at the table, then don't do that. But everyone's over 18. Fucking like grandma brings it up, it's fucking fair game. Especially if that's her house, like you're there and like
Yep.
she's the the matron of everything. Like, all right, grandma, you want to talk about this over din din?
Let's roll. All right,
Pull out
next.
your phone. Let's record this. Come on.
Next one.
But actually, that wasn't their fucking grandmother, though, right? It was like friends of.
It was a person got invited. Like it sounds like they're a flight crew, and they got invited to one of their coworkers' house.
So it sounds like the coworker has some fucking loose lips and told their mom about their friends
Maybe.
having anal,
Maybe.
and the mom doesn't have any couth to realize like you don't bring that shit up. But she was curious, and it's just like, oh,
the mom
this
was
isn't
probably
even-
like out with one of the crew members getting butt fucked in the garage.
that makes it even fucking better. That's not your fucking family. You might not ever see them again.
What if this was grandma's swinger pass at the pilot?
Maybe.
Because you know how like fucking swingers always bring up sex before they ease you into it.
I don't know, but go on.
Okay. Fifth.
All right, moving on. Short but sweet. My little brother shit on the floor and then ran it over with his toy train set.
Wow. Did he have to clean it up? Because that's exactly what should have happened.
Okay, don't be a parent right now, Charlie. Okay, like
at least he didn't start. At least he didn't break out the dump truck. Right?
Have you ever seen it?
Shit the entire time. Like,
that reminds me of like, have you ever seen the videos like on TikTok and stuff where like the dog will shit on the carpet and then the Roomba runs it over?
Oh. No.
Have you never seen that, Jake? It's hilarious.
No.
Because I have a Roomba and she does dumb shit all the time. Her name's Ruby. She's the worst Mexican I've ever employed in my life.
I think it's funny when they fall downstairs.
Mine doesn't go. Mine has a little sensor where it sees the stairs and stops. But I do have a Roomba, and she will literally just like grab hold of something on the floor and just drag it through the house. So,
Yep.
I had a friend who got invited to a white elephant exchange for a sorority. He brought a giant 12-inch black dildo that suctioned to the wall. He was so proud of it. He stuck it on the hood of his car and rode around town for a while, encouraging strangers to slap the dildo. He then thoroughly cleaned it. Repackaged it before the exchange. So then a tiny Asian girl got the giant repackaged dildo as her white elephant gift.
Perfect.
She was probably into it.
Always the ones you least expect.
Mm-hmm. It's always the tiny Asians.
Always.
My family were annoyed the hell at, or again, this is Reddit. People don't know how to fucking type. My family were as annoyed as hell out of me, is what I think she was trying to say. So I didn't go to the clan feast, but stayed at my own house instead. I hear later that the relatives that chronologically oversee stuff. Okay, I'm not reading that one because it's illegible. Never mind. Let's see if I can find a good one here before we finish up. Woke up to a kitchen floor with blood smeared all over it after discovering one of our cats had found a rat overnight. Happy Christmas. The time my dad got locked out of the house as Santa and had to shit in the bag. Did you hear that one, Charlie?
I had a shit in the bag.
The dad, I guess, was playing Santa, but got locked out of the house. And I guess he had to go so bad he just shit in the bag. Let's see if we can find one more. Go to a different thread. All right, we'll do this as the last one. A middle-aged woman goes to a tattoo parlor and asks the tattoo artist to tattoo Thanksgiving on the inside of one of her thighs. And okay, that's a fucking stupid joke. Oh, these. Goddamn Reddit, you're failing me. I need to get Womb Raider on board to give me good Reddit threads to read. They had layoffs immediately after the potluck at work. The gift card prizes to be given to the first and second prize winners of the cookie contest were taken off the prize table by the executive, as both the first and second place winners were part of the group being laid off. Okay, that's depressing. Come on.
Good Lord.
I know. Last year, I quit my job right before the Christmas party, but was invited to go anyways. I was leaving on good terms.
Bill's just getting fucking roasted in the chat for not reading.
I'm reading what it says on the fucking Reddit. These people can't type to save their life. Where's the punctuation? I left on good terms, so decided to go. Big mistake. My old coworkers were super excited to see me and had a fantastic time. My old boss, not again, like what the fuck are these people? All right, I'm not even gonna do this anymore because people can't like They
I
don't.
fucking give up.
They don't punctuate. Like, how am I supposed to read this with inflection if you don't punctuate anything? Good God. It's like trying to read Harry Potter to my 10-year-old. Like, good Lord.
Is Harry
J.K.
Potter
Rowling is a time traveler and
Mhm.
AI wrote Harry Potter.
Jesus Christ. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Christmas. Are you guys excited for Christmas?
Sure. Yeah. I'm so excited.
My family recently started calling me Grinch. So
Hmm. Are you not
To
going
be
to go
fair, I
see them
used
for
to get
Christmas?
violently high, and this will be the first Christmas in a few years that I will be not violently high.
Oh, okay. Davey, I looked at the subreddit incest confessions. I can't read that shit on air. Like, it's too much.
No,
It's too much.
no, no,
There's
no, no,
people talking about like fucking their sons and stuff on there. Like, no, not
no.
doing it.
I threw up looking at incest confessions.
Oh, it's
Just
terrible.
I think the questions on the app is the way to
Yes. I think that's where
go.
we're going.
Because I thought that earlier, but it was too late. But I was like, oh man, asking our viewers their Christmas stories would have been great. I was like, oh, it's too fucking late for that. So
Oh,
okay, but this next time maybe we can think of something like maybe a crazy New Year's Eve story or something like that.
yeah.
On the app, I think that would be a lot of fun because like reading it from like actual people is way better because Reddit can there's a lot of people that like want to like spill their guts and do like the sad shit, but in real life like people just want to it's more like the
Well, and
fun
the drinking
lighthearted.
bros will know what we're after, you know? So,
Exactly. I think that I mean granted there are some things on Reddit that are golden. um Many of these were just like no one wants your depressing shit.
yeah.
Like, go fucking cut yourself and get the like shut the fuck up. No one wants to read your depressing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry. Not sorry. What do we see here? Jessica in the chat says she'll probably be alone for Christmas. Well, gives you time to catch up
We
on.
will be with you
Well,
and
first off,
be
Christ is always with you, Jessica. Also, like we're also all here for you, and also if you're alone for Christmas, gives you time to catch up on all those juicy Pornhub videos you haven't, been able to watch. So
as long as you're not in Texas.
as long as you're not in Texas, but I think even in Texas, if you're on Wi-Fi, can you still get it? I don't know.
go
But-
watch Nosferatu,
Oh yeah,
diddle yourself, get some fucking screwball,
yeah. Get drunk, go watch
watch a lot of fucking
Nosferatu.
Hallmark movies, unless they make you sad. If not, watch shit like Violent Night. And
Dude, me and my wife watched The Family Man last night.
Oh no. No.
I was like, it's a great movie, but like, God.
Mm-mm.
It made me like really question myself. I was like, I don't need this on a fucking Wednesday night.
I remember watching that for the first time after it came out. My dad already hates that woman.
Oh, Tara Leone. I hate her
Whatever,
too, but
yes.
for a completely illogical reason.
My dad fucking hated her for some
Was he an
reason.
X-Files fan?
No.
Oh,
He just could not fucking stand. I'm assuming her face. But I remember like we watched Jurassic Park 3 and he was like, "Oh, not her."
Tara Leone. She was in the second
But
one. Yeah.
holy
no,
fucking
no, she
shit.
was in the third one. Sorry, you're right. So,
But like The Family Man, like that shit's like way too hard. And that's one of those movies where it's like, yeah, I watched that one time and never again because it's like way too much. Like I'm
yeah,
sorry, like
it's
when
a
I watch
lot.
movies,
I was
I
like,
want
I
to
wanted to
fucking
just
feel
like
that
watch
shit.
something like a Christmas movie and relax till I fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like
Like I
this,
want lightheartedness. Like
Yeah.
I'm not watching movies to
Too
fucking
much.
feel something in reality. I'm watching movies to escape that for entertainment purposes only. So like go fuck yourself for shit like that.
So, but
Not my
Tay
fucking
Leone in that movie, I even told my wife as we were watching this, like, God, I fucking hate her so much. She's like, why?
That's actually the movie that actually might be why my fucking dad hates her, is because of that movie right there.
No, why I hated her was growing up, and this is, like I said, it's super irrational. I was a huge X Files fan, and she was married to David Duchovny at the time. But we all
What?
know she was married to. I looked it up last night. She was married to David Duchovny from '97 to 2014.
What?
But my dumb X Files brain's like, no, David Duchovny is supposed to be with Gillian Anderson. We all know this.
Okay, no. I know David Duchovs from Californication.
Which apparently
that was
that's what
when-
he's kind of actually like, which is why
Actually
they got
like.
divorced, because he was a bit
A sex
a
addict.
bit philanderous. No, I know David Duchovny from the X Files. I grew up
But then
watching
again,
the
to be
X Files.
fair, like you see her acting, and it's like I get it. I get
No,
it.
I
Like,
will
if you guys
say
had seen my
I did
private
make the admission
Instagram,
last
you know
night.
I love
Taleone
X-Files.
is hot. Taleone is super hot.
You love what?
I was gonna say, if you guys have seen my private Instagram, I know David Duchovny from X Files because I really love X Files.
I love X Files.
Like I've never watched X Files. But I've watched Californication twice.
You've never watched X Files? It's one of the greatest
Mm-hmm.
shows ever made.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
I've heard, but I'm like, Californication is way more entertaining.
I don't
Charlie,
know.
that's a
X
straight to
Files
jail.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways.
Vince Gilligan is one of the best fucking writers and directors of all time.
Oh shit! I forgot
He's
about
not,
that.
Like
I forgot that Vince Gilligan was X Files.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! All
Yeah.
right, all right. All right.
he was the hand model in Zoolander.
He was.
I forgot about that.
Finger jockeys don't.
Oh,
Finger jockeys don't think the same way the face and body boys do. Remember that? He got his hand in that like fucking glass.
and then he breaks it. It's like, you idiot.
You idiot.
I'm
All right.
ruined.
Anyways, I hope all the Nooners listening to this and watching tonight have a great holiday. Like I said, I'm sending out feelers to see if we do a show next weekend. There won't be a theme. It'll be one of those fuck it, let's go live episodes where just a bunch of Nooners and we just talk about maybe what we did during Christmas and we just get drunk and bullshit and tell fucked up stories. So, and I've already reached out to some of our favorites from other podcasts and stuff. Some of them are open to it. If they can, they're going to be with family, but they might be able to sneak off for 20 minutes or so to come in.
All right, I'm gonna ask right now. Can Coop make it? Have you asked Coop?
Coop has not responded to me yet.
Ah,
So, anyways, won't get into details on that. But if it happens, it happens. It'll be a fun time. But yeah, like we said at the top of the show, maybe like and subscribe on YouTube, rate and review on iTunes, go to 5-star or go to Spotify, leave a 5-star. Don't know why I always fuck that one up. It's been, what are we on, 138 episodes now? I should figure that one out. So, anyways, again, everybody have the best holiday you can. We love you guys. Thank you for listening.
Stay out of jail.
Yeah, well, definitely try to stay out of jail. If you do go to
have a
jail,
Merry Christmas.
If you
Drink
do-
some fucking eggnog and spiked. Sit in your garage and listen to sad
Creed.
country music and have a great fucking
you can't drink eggnog unless it's spiked.
time. Yes.
So, anyways, love you guys. It's been the Nooner Nation. For Jake, for Charlie, I am Bill. Good night, everyone.